Good afternoon, everybody. We are back from a very, very heavy stag do in Hamburg where the voices come back very slightly. We've been pleasantly joined by three amazing guests, regulars on the show. We've got Ben, the lead mod Kaufman. How are you doing, sir?
Doing great. It's coffee time. So
it is coffee time. Of course, main coffee. We're also joined by Mia, who, from what I believe, you have now joined Monetization Crew.
I have indeed, yes.
Well, I obviously got monetized a few days ago, which was also lovely. And
but can I just say the difference was I didn't beg to be able to get there. Just saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got there. It was there's no more begging from me. I will do all my begging now is to get Ben to 500. So guys, as you can see, guys, pinned in the comment, if you're not in here and you've not subscribed to Mr. Kaufman, please go and do so. Absolutely amazing help on my channels, help me through moderating, join me in chats and stuff. So please go and help him out and let's get him to 500. That will be amazing. And finally, guys, this man's here, the main man himself. Barry, how you doing, sir?
Well, you say you're not begging. I'm sure I saw a begging comment earlier saying, hit the like button.
Oh, yeah, come on. There's 65 of you in here, but 16
Don't be a flip-flop, actually. Also, is your theme music the same as Dad's theme music?
No. Mine is specific to myself.
Oh, it sounds very similar, you and Daddy.
No. Go back over there, but not now, later. Go and check now. Go and subscribe to the Football Heritage TV. Big up, Silver. Hope you're doing well, mate. And who we got in the chat? Let's see. A big up, David Lever, mate. Welcome. You were over here ages ago, which is brilliant. Waiting around. Much love to you. Big up, DJ Green Alert. We've got Eltel, Cockrell, Jose. Everyone also go and subscribe to this man. Absolute great friend of the channel. Always here. Always talks really well. We love talking football here. Big up, Mark Satoshi. Hope you're doing well. Who else we got? Who else is in here? Kuva, my mate Kuva. Yeah. Kuva, I'll pin this. We will chat a lot about all these, but big up to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Big up, Cole Simpson. Big up,
guys, and you know you are.
Adrian, hope you're well. Hi, Barry. He's back.
Hey, Bergio.
Big up, Proud of Geordie. Hope you're doing well as well. Oh God, who else we got in here? You guys, you've been all channel away. Big up THFC Brown. Again, we'll talk about that. I'll pin it. We'll talk about all that. Who else we got? I think we've got Hod God, Midori. All these are much love to you all. Big up Nick Brown as well. We've got a lot to talk about, and everyone else that's in there like piling in. Much love to you all. Let's talk because since I've been away, stuff is happening at Tottenham. It's crazy. Out of absolutely nowhere, Manor Solomon was on his way to Tottenham. It was talked about a month or so ago, and people were kind of talking about it. And then there was all this talk about, there's legal stuff and all that lot. And then we hear that Spurs are doing a friendly match with Shakhtar Donetsk on the 6th of August. And then a week later, Manor Solomon is signing on a free transfer to Tottenham. And he's having a medical today.
Ben, not today, later this week.
Are you excited about Manor Solomon coming to Tottenham?
He's a great little player. He's a great little player. Great on the ball, quick. He's got a good shot on him. Did very well at Fulham last year. So he's a massive improvement on what we had last year. If you give me Danjuma, Solomon, or Mora, Solomon all day long is a much better player than both those two. He had a better season than Kulusevski last year. Both had an injury, so he had a better season than Kulusevski. He's a great little player, and I think for depth reasons, he's going to be great. And he's probably in the same club as me of liking chicken soup, so that's another reason to like him for me. A big answer.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I genuinely think it's an upgrade on, as you said, it's the Lucas Moore replacement, really. Lucas has gone on free. We've got another free in, but this is a 23-year-old young lad. Didn't set the world alight at Fulham, but he was equally not bad at Fulham. Does that kind of make sense? Mia, I'd love to get your thoughts on Manor Solomon to Tottenham. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm really pleased. I think that we always say that we want someone to challenge another player, and I feel like that he's got potential. He was injured, wasn't he, at Fulham with these knee injuries, so he didn't get a lot of Fulham as
I think
well.
he played, if I'm right, I think he played 16 games and got, I think it was 16 games last season.
Yeah, I think he got 4 goals, didn't he? I think he got 4
Yeah.
goals. But
Yeah.
so like I said, I think that just shows you he's definitely got that potential. And someone like Postecoglou is really good at finding like these young players and coaching them to be better. So I think he's got a really good potential as well for the future. I really do. I'm excited about it, and I'm pleased that we've got it, and it's free. Listen, nobody can turn down a freebie, right? Honestly, people moaning about it, I don't understand.
It's a
People
good
getting
freebie,
all upset.
It's
Like,
a good freebie.
yeah, it's a good freebie,
Agree.
absolutely.
No, absolutely agree, and totally. And Barry, I'll come to you as well. Again, just the sort of same sort of question. Your thoughts? Do you think? I think this is a good bit of business. I think it's sensible. It's not somebody that when everyone sort of goes absolutely crazy about, but it's one of those, a good squad play, young age, and we could see something there.
Yeah, look, I think it's it's good. I think it was an opportunity clearly, and in the past, look what we did last year. We went for Danjuma. I don't really understand why, because he didn't get the opportunity. So look, this Solomon looks good. He's coming out with obviously a lot of things are happening. So look, it's exciting, man. It's another player in. But look, for me now, it's about who's going out and sorting the centre back situation out. I know there's the link with Van der Ven, and that should be done by the end of the week. Medical for the end of this week. I think if we mean business, then we need to go and get Tapsoba as well, and not just go Van der Ven and Longley. I mean, look, I'll be okay with it. I'm not going to be like excited about it, but I'll be okay with it. I think if we just do that, and then we've got all that time to focus on getting rid of. Look, if we can get deals like we did with Winks, then it's happy days. But look, the people that are coming in, it's adding wages to the books. All these people saying, "Oh, it's the cheap option, it's this option, it's that option." Look, we've got a lot of work now to get some players out. So let's not automatically do what we always do and go, "Oh, he's the cheap option," or "He was free," and he's not spending any money, and kind of all this kind of nonsense that I've seen the last few days. Right? We've got what we've got. Let's hold now. If we can get Van der Ven confirmed, obviously Solomon confirmed, and everything else by the end of the week, then the window's been only open I don't know.
Yeah, no, absolutely agree. And from what I've read a lot about. I've read a lot at the moment about Van der Ven is a good one. You've just sort of moved me straight onto, which is a great point, because the medical was meant to be today for Manor Solomon, but it's moved to Thursday now because a lot of the team are traveling now to Germany because I believe. I don't know exactly. I'm not in the know, but I've just read a couple of things on what people are saying that Van der Ven is very, very close to be done, and they wanted to get that one done quicker because obviously they don't want another player to come in. They believe that Manor Solomon is completely done just on the medical grounds, which kind of moves me on to a little bit. And just before we do that, I just wanted to say big up Mark Cousins doing the great work here. Guys, go and sub to Mia over on Spurs Between the Lines. Go and sub to Barry, and Mr. Kaufman's guys is in the pin comment. So we want to get Mr. Kaufman to 500. So if you haven't, go over and subscribe there. And big shout out to the three of you who have just gone and subscribed to me. Much love, thank you so much. Genuinely, but yeah. So just to sort of move on to Van der Ven quickly, guys, because I think. We've got an hour and there's so much to talk about right now quickly. So I just want to sort of rattle through it all. Van der Ven, I'm actually a lot of people are more excited about the likes of Tapsoba. For me, I'm more excited about Van der Ven. I think this is a really, really young, talented player. And I'm not going to be one of these and sit there and say, I knew this one. But since we were linked with him, and when I saw that Liverpool were linked with him heavily, I did a bit of research. This is a quick lad, by the way. He looks like a fast player. And he's another one, 22, 23, young, hungry. I'll go to you, Mia, first for a second. Are you excited about if Van der Ven is going to happen this week? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited. This is someone who I think looks really, really good. Exactly what we need. Like you say, he's young. Again, he's got that potential, isn't he? Let's be honest. And he can also play in different positions, which again is really helpful, isn't it? Like when we need someone, if we do need somebody, we have him there who can do a job in another position. So for me, it's a win-win situation with him. I'll be so happy. And I feel like this is going to get done. I do think it's going to get done, to be honest.
Yeah, hopefully. And Barry, are you as excited in the sense of me? Because I've just done a bit of research on this kid. This kid looks like the real deal. And a lot of people are saying that this could be the leader player at the back.
Yeah, look, I mean, he's got incredible pace on him, as well as everything else. Look, I think like with everything, we're going for players that we should be getting, but we would have probably missed out on in the past. Look, all those players, you know, the tap sober and everything else, we should be getting players like that. You know, I'm not going to do we should, you know, comparing us with Villa or West Ham or whatever nonsense we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. But we, you know, I just think that it's an exciting time, right? But like I said, you know, earlier, it's what goes out now.
Agreed.
And I think, look, for me, if a decent bid comes in, or we go back to Fulham and go, here's I don't know, 40 million plus Højbjerg for Tosin, try and tempt them a little bit. We get obviously Roden. There's interest in Roden. There's interest in Sanchez.
Yep.
Obviously, there's Brian Hill, Lo Celso, Reggie. You know, there's so much that needs to do. And look, for me, and you know, I like to back normally like to back the I can't even think of the word, not the favourite, the other one, the unfavourite, the last place. Can't think of the bloody word. But I've got
underdog.
The underdog. Yes, Mia, that is the word I was looking for. Thank you. Mia's my dictionary.
Thesaurus.
My thesaurus. But no, look, I've just got a funny feeling that if Tanguy and Ndombele is here at the end of the window, that Ange is going to turn him into the baller that we think that he could be. I
personally don't think so. If I'm genuine, but then listen, I'd happily be corrected here with him. Just for that, big up wifey for the super chat. Thank you so much. Love you. And yes, guys, on the super chats, much love. I mean, any super chats or revenue from this month in July is all going to charity. Everything, once it's calculated at the end of the month, I will be donating it all to the Peace Hospice charity, which sort of talks me quickly over to the charity stream talk.
Nice link, Percy. Nice link there, mate.
You see that? You like that one? Yeah. So I put a video out. It didn't get many views. So please, if you can go and watch it, because it just sort of talks about it. As I said, I did mention in there, all revenue from super chats, ad revenue and stuff, all goes over there. But I understand it from obvious situations we don't want to talk about, which we all know about now. If you want to, the Just Giving page hasn't yet been set up. Well, so it has been set up, but I've just got to put a bit more artwork onto it, and it should be out today. So I will put into my community post for the Just Giving page, and every stream up until the charity stream, I'll be pinning it to the top of the chat every single time. So I understand if people don't want to send super chats in, but you want to go straight to the Just Giving page. I was emailing the charity today, actually, and they're really excited, and they want to they're going to do a big thing on their Twitter page as well. So it'll all be official on their charity thing. But that was just a sort of a
Perchy. So that's the missus, right?
Yeah.
That's chatting. So the missus is even sick of you. She's sick of you asking for 1,000. She's sick of you asking for artwork.
She's helped so much.
She's begging us.
Big up, Mrs. Perchy.
all the artwork that you see, all my thumbnails and stuff, she does them all. She's amazing, by the way. So all the sort of on my Instagram page, I've got the new reel out for the charity and stuff, and she's done all that. It's absolutely incredible. So go and check it all out, and send her much love, of course. Thank you so much. Sorry guys, as we were sorry, that was a big interval bit in what I was just saying, but with the likes of Van der Ven, I just think we've got a real good talent there. And I mentioned about it as well was I find now that we're getting identifying the right sort of player, young, talented players, not necessarily from the higher echelons in division places and teams and stuff, but we're picking up bargains, I would suggest. Because I was reading somewhere, someone told me James Maddison wasn't a bargain. I'm like, does anyone else think that? I think that's an absolute great buy in James Maddison.
Do you know what else I've heard? I've heard so many people talk rubbish, Perch. I've heard people going, "Oh, these are all club signings so far. He hasn't got any players he wanted. He hasn't got any players he wanted." I'm like, hold on a minute. He's spoken to Kulu. Kulu said he wanted him. He spoke to Maddison. He spoke to Vicario. Come on, people. Let's be more sensible. Yeah. I know that we don't like the ownership, but let's have a little bit of common. Do you know what I mean?
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. And I just think we just need, at the moment, just to be a bit more reserved. Just think about it. I think C to the fourth, I said, it's just, I saw you put in something earlier about Van der Ven saying he's not great in the air, but we're also going to get in another defender. Listen, why is also another one? Why is everyone so adamant that Romero's going to be the partner? We don't know. I think we have to just wait and see. We might go and get
three. We have depth, which we've all been asking for, and we can
we're starting. And the thing is the same with someone mentioned about Manor Solomon being the cheap buy or something like that. I'm sitting there going, well, we need a squad. We're not going to be going out there buying 80, 90 million pound players for every single position. I just think everyone just needs to just settle a little bit, calm it down and go, do you know what, guys? We're building something right here. And I know Romano has come out and said that we are also linked with Tapsoba as well as Van der Ven, because there was separate reports saying that we're going to be getting one or the other. There could be, if the opportunity comes right for an Edmund Tapsoba last minute or later into the window, we might go and get both in. What do people think of that?
Should be on the wish list. At the moment, personally, I see... if anyone remembers how Mourinho used to play at Tottenham, he used to play with a 4 at the back, but build with a 3. So one of the defenders stayed as a centre back, which was Davis. He would tuck in, and then one of the fullbacks would go up the pitch, which was Aurier. What if Ange is doing a similar thing? Because we have 2 fullbacks at the club that don't know how to defend, but are brilliant attackers. One of them is Udogi, and the other one is Porro. So what if having someone like a Van der Ven playing him as a left back, who's rapid, but playing as the third centre-back, and having Tapsoba as the left centre-back, which is what he plays at Leverkusen, and then having Romero as the right centre-back. Or, flip it, you can have a Doggy as the left-back, and then you can have Emerson as the right-backs, and you've got options. You can play that style of formation, and it also Emma Goat is going to win Player of the Year next year for Barry. You know he's going to do it.
Do you know what? Don't forget as well what Ange said. He said he likes to have players with different skill sets to play differently, but the same formation and the same attacking way. So that's all you've got to think of, is that we might play differently depending on the game, using the different options that we've got and their skill sets.
Yeah, no, absolutely, totally agree. And I just think at the moment we're building something slowly. Like, we're not going to be sitting there going out and buying 5, 6, 7, 8 like world-class players. I think that boat has completely sailed. I think we were ever in that level, in that conversation when people think that we were. I don't think it was ever in any other question that we were going to do that. And I just think at the moment we need just a bit of calmness with the fans. I think fans just need to go, do you know what? Before we start going, he's good, he's bad, he's this, he's that. I think we need to see it happen. Let's see in pre-season how we get on. We play West Ham in a couple of weeks, right? Just after the charity stream, actually, I think it is. I think it's literally the day after, or the 2 days after, if I'm right in saying. So it's like, so I just think we need, before we start going this, that, and the other, I think a little bit of calmness from the fan base before we start doing it.
It's not a bad thing when you have a club manager. Club signings are not good for a Conte because he's got a very specific way of playing and a very specific mentality. But
Yeah.
you know who also would have been a club signing, and we said, no, we can't have him. Kim Min-jae, who is now one of the best centre-backs on the planet. So if we signed him, would we have been saying, "Oh, he's a club signing"? He's going to Bayern Munich next year, and he's going to be one of the best centre backs on the planet next year, playing in that team.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
If the player is good, they will play for any manager. So some club signings are good. Some of them are good.
But that's the thing, isn't it? Though people go, "Oh, he's not good enough for us at the time," and now people go, "Oh, why didn't we sign him?" You can't have it both ways, people.
Yeah.
Like honestly.
Yeah. No, agreed. And I've always stood by. I just think this is a window that we're going to get players in that we're not going to go, oh my god, these are world beaters here and that. I think we're signing smart. If James Maddison didn't get people excited, what will? Because I think that is probably one of the best signings we've made in a decade.
Best signing in 20 years.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, nearly 2 years, in the sense of here now, ready to go, and I think he'll add so much to us. Yeah. Exactly. Club signing is nothing more than buying into the BS. That came out of the BS that came out of Conte's mouth. I think Conte had a bit of understanding what he was saying, but the bit I disagreed with was every signing is a club signing. Because if that's the case, why have we not sacked Ivan Perisic yet? I think when we use the term club signing, every signing is a club signing, no?
Do you know what the problem was with Conte? He decided there were club signings after it didn't work out for him because he wanted to deflect the blame basically off of himself.
No, I think there was a part of it there. Yeah, Palic just said Tosin is so underrated, would be a great signing. Yeah, I like him.
Another good signing.
I think it'd be good. We had some questions. I was just going to sorry, me, you jump in there. Sorry.
Yeah, Tosin he's still on our list of to get, so we could well get him instead of a Tapsoba possibly, or we could get all three. You never know.
I think Tapsoba would be a much better. I mean, the good thing
about
I
agree.
He's homegrown. Tapsoba is the player you build your defence around. As much as
I know.
Tapsoba is the guy you build your defence around because he's got he's got the calm mentality. He's got the leadership mentality. Like a Romero or a Van der Ven is the captain of the Dutch under-21 team, so he does have some leadership material. Apparently.
Yeah. No, I think Van der Ven looks like a guy you build
your defence around. Someone like Romero doesn't because he's a lunatic. But that's the guy
you can't do Romero.
That's the guy you want next to the leader as being the horrible sergeant that barks out orders. You need the calm leader. It's almost like it's the Captain Mannering and Sergeant Wilson thing. Like, they should have been switched because Sergeant Wilson was the calm one and Captain Mannering was the mad one. But it's one of those things. You need a calm guy and you need a lunatic. Teams have done it for years.
No,
agree.
Big up Eltel, mate. Hope you're well. And has not been here has been here for a week yet. If we get the likes of Tapsoba, Van der Ven over the line with the next week, how would you rate the transfer window? I'll let you go first. I haven't spoken much. I'll let you go first on what you think on that. I have my theory on this, but I'll let you go first.
Okay. No, I think it's a bit early to be rating the transfer window so early. I think we need to wait until it's shut before we can do it. There's no point saying, look, for me, if we get Van der Ven, tomatoes, big up American Independence Day. And it's not Will Smith and the aliens, by the way. If we get Tapsoba, Van der Ven, and I don't know, maybe a Paulinho or a Tosin, then for me, there's no discussion. It's 10 out of 10 and probably the best window under Levy ever.
Yeah.
But let's wait before we start. We get into this thing like last summer. Oh, we won the window. We won the window. We don't get a trophy for winning the window, right?
Yeah. Agreed.
So let's just wait. I think for me, let's just wait and see. It's a good start. We've got some targets in, and let's see what we can get out, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, it's a good start. But I'm not going to give a number when there's like a month and a half left of the transfer window or whatever's left,
As well, Bazza, it's just that there are still, it's like, even if you had to rate it, it's still something like a 4 out of 10 because of why? We've still got Lloris, we've still got Tanganga, we've still got Sanchez, we've still got Dyer, we've still got all the bad players at the club. For that needle to start going towards a 10, you've got to start getting rid of some of those bad players.
Yeah, 100%, Ben. But I think for me, I think for me, I'll end this now. Dyer's probably staying, and we know he needs to go, but let's just leave it at that. I don't think we're going to get rid of Sanchez, Rodon, and Dyer.
I'll put it out there, and this is what I said before about this. I said I think we'll try and sell the ones we can, and the ones with 1 year left on their contracts will probably end up staying and then being released at the end of their contract. I think that is genuinely what I see happen. The likes of Sanchez, if we're getting a fee for him, we will get rid of him. If a team comes in to try and buy Eric Dyer, we will sell him. But I don't see us releasing every single. The only key one I think could be getting released is Ndombele or Lo Celso if we don't sell them on because of how heavy that the sort of fee is, how much that we do pay them and stuff, and it's to just get them off the books. But it would be interesting to see. It would be very interesting to see because I don't see players with 1 year left on their contract being released unless it's mutually agreed and there's no settlement and it's they want to leave for another club on a free, then it might be something on that sort of grounds. But because if you rip up if you rip up a contract of Eric Dyer, you still got to pay it off, and then you have to go in and get another centre half, which we all want to see. But will it happen in one window? That is obviously obviously will pay the way. There was also no one I wanted to pin. I pinned from Strip Bear. Another thing that happened yesterday. Strip Bear, big Chelsea fan. Hope you're doing well. Comments from Maurizio Pochettino. Now, this has sparked chaos within the fan base. You've got some going, done with you, like, I've had enough, blah, 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 and all this stuff. You got some that are like in absolute tears of his comments. They are bawling their eyes out. I'll say this now. I've sat on the fence with it. I'll sit on the fence with it all because I sit there and go, I didn't really care, but I kind of sit there and go, do you know what? I'm kind of happy he said it because I'm hoping now this is the sparks of it when we stop talking about Maurizio Pochettino. Does everyone sort of agree with me on that, or does anyone have a different take on it?
No, I agree. Do you know what? For me, once he left, once you're not wearing my colours, you're gone to me. Like, honestly, I don't really give a damn. So for me, I wasn't really bothered about him going to Chelsea. I didn't cry about it. I didn't get myself in a tiz about it. But him saying that, I think, is a bit like, yeah, all right, I know you've got to say what you've got to say for your new club, but yeah, it was a kind of like a bit of a dig probably at Tottenham in a way, which I thought was a bit unnecessary. But do you know what? I hope we absolutely smash him when he comes to the lane. And I hope that we all make sure we sing loud Angie's name and boo him. Because you know what? You're the opposition now. So I've got no love for you. And I said that the minute he left.
No, agree. Barry, I'll let you jump in there quickly, mate. I think you're about to say something. Go for it.
Yeah, look, I think for me, look, there's ways in which there's, being respectful, right? There's a way in which you can communicate and everything else, right? So look, it is what it is. He said what he said, but if I hear any fans singing his bloody name in that stadium,
don't.
And
no,
you're embarrassing. Yeah. At the end of the day, when you strip it all back, he won nothing at Tottenham.
Yeah. Agreed.
His sense of his rewardment is mad. You can sit there and say, well, he didn't get the players. Look, let's be honest. Some of it, maybe he didn't want the players, and that was him being stubborn. So look, let's not go back. Let's not look back to the past or back to the future. We need to look back to the future. But we need to look forward. But but yeah, there should be no love, no. Look, he he was sacked at the end of the day. He didn't win an away game for what, a year?
Nearly a year, weren't it?
Nearly a year. So look, let's look. I know there's a lot of fans that they're the first time that they've seen Tottenham play well, or that's the time that they remember from everything else. But let's just be grounded, and let's just be mindful of kind of what's happened. And look, he's not a manager. Yes, I get why he said it, but there's a way to communicate that, and coming out and saying, Chelsea have been the best team in the last 10, 15, 20 years. Yeah, they have been, but
he wasn't lying.
That's only because of Roman Abramovich. If you go back the 20 years before that, we were pretty much the same, us and Chelsea. I think there's 2 FA Cups. We've got 2 League Cups. They've got 1 League Cup. They've got a Super Cup and a Cup Winners' Cup, and we've got a UEFA Cup.
Actually, before the money, we had won more than them. Actually,
but what I'm saying, in those 20 years, just going back to 83, 84, then it's pretty much the same, right? So we were pretty much the same, mid-table teams, not really doing anything, not being this big I am. And obviously, not only did Abramovich do what he did and bought his way to league, he's obviously responsible for the way that these transfer fees are so inflated, from before and now,
But regardless of that, I think that's just like detaching on what we were talking in the sense of it. And Ben, I'll just come to you in a second. I sit there and go, yeah, what he said was probably very true, but I don't get the reaction from people. What was he meant to say? Oh, by the way, thank you very much, everyone at Tottenham, blah, 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 blah. No, he's a Chelsea manager now. He's going to big them up. Jose did it with us. Conte did it with us when they came to us. They were like, oh my God, this place is lovely, blah, blah, blah. Of course. I just think...
You didn't sit there. You didn't see Conte or Mourinho sitting there and going, what's saying the stuff that, that Poch went.
No, I get that.
There was a bit more understanding and a bit more, I think there's been a little bit of naivety from Poch. So that's what
I never really got why everyone saw Poch with his rose tentacles anyway. I just felt like everybody put him on this pedestal, and he was like, do you know what I mean? And I'm a bit like, for me, like I say, he did really well. I enjoyed the football, but then I've enjoyed other parts when Redknapp played and we got to the Champions League for the very first time, and people forget what he did, and I feel like he actually gets a bit disrespected by fans because everyone goes on about Poch. Hold on a minute, go talk about Redknapp, who first got us into the Champions League, man. People forget that fact, and they they don't talk about it, but they hold Poch to this high standard of Poch is the god, and I'm like, oh no, not for me.
I just sit there and I just think at the moment, I think the meltdown I saw was biblical. I mean, it was in between probably going from bar to bar in Hamburg whilst I was on a stag do, and I was just watching. I mean, our fan base just saying, leave it now. We need to just forget about Pochettino. And listen, it may be the greatest thing that's happening, because now we're not going to have fans still preaching for him to be our manager again. It's done. He was our manager. Yes, he did okay with us, but he inherently, as you said, Barry, he won nothing at Tottenham. So why is he on a pedestal? Why? Who cares? Like, that's my argument. Why does everyone care so much what Pochettino does? Like, genuinely. Like, why?
I'm going to say something very controversial here, and it's going to piss a few people off. No. I thought it was hilarious what he said, because every time... all those people in the stadium,
I know what you're going to say.
At the San Siro, all those people, when we were singing, we want Levy out, sung Mauricio Pochettino's name to drown us out. And you're not Tottenham fans because you want Levy out. And they sung his name to drown him out. And now he's gone to Chelsea and taken the absolute mick out of us. He has dragged us through the mud. The owner that they tried to drag let's say we're not Tottenham fans because we don't like this guy being the chairman of our football club. He has dragged that same chairman through the mud. He's dragged him through the mud saying, you're okay with ups and downs. You're okay with this. You're okay with that. He has dragged you through the mud. And it is absolutely hilarious. All those people because we want change at our football club, whether it's this change or that way, you have dragged us in. You are now in the mud, just like Minerals likes to say, all in the mud. All of you, all those people that took the mick out of people that want Levy out, it is hilarious. And now this is all new. You put him on the pedestal. I didn't put Poch on the pedestal. Didn't want Poch back. I never wanted Poch back. You never go back to a previous manager. It never works.
Yeah, agreed.
I
was in the same boat.
You are stupid.
I was very balanced with the whole Pochettino thing. I said, listen, at the time at Spurs, loved him at Tottenham, thought he unified a fan base. I said, but when everyone was preaching, please come in, I'm saying, why? I said, why? And I was trying to say to people at the time, why would he come back? We sacked the man. We sacked the man after he wanted more at the football club, and he didn't get what he wanted. And listen, there was a lot of things he'd done down to, and I just felt with people that people went a bit overboard, thinking he's a free agent and he was just going to walk back through the door. It worked. I didn't think it was ever going to happen. I just think people have got very in. I get what you're saying, Ben. You're right. People started singing his name, and I'm like, why? It's a bit cringe. I was a bit cringy. I was like, it's up to people. They can do whatever they want. I always say that. People can do whatever they want. I just felt it was just at the wrong time.
Joe, what it felt like to me, it felt like, again, we're doing this whole holding on to an ex-girlfriend. Like, we can't let them go out of our heart. Not me personally, because I wasn't like that. But fans can't let them go out of their heart. They're like, oh, they've got to call their name. I'm going to ring them up when I'm drunk. I'm going to drunk call them, I love you so much, and leave voicemails. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like, oh, don't do that.
Mia's like, I fucking had enough of you. Get rid.
Yeah, man. Do you know what? When you're not my colours no more, you're not nothing to do with me. When you don't wear my shirt no more, don't wear my training kit, I don't care no more. Whatever, like that. I'm really savage like that. I've got no sentimentality for people who leave my club. I'm like, nah, you're not part of what I do.
Like is it a Black Widow? Black Widows that eat them, kill their mates once they've had enough of them.
Yeah,
like Mia now is the Black Widow of the Spurs YouTube community.
Listen, I don't mind, whatever. You know what I mean? As long as I get mine, I'm not really bothered.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
we're going all shelf side now. It's too early for this.
It's all good.
114.
Yeah,
we're guys, we're going to go for another 17 minutes. Just coming up to 17 minutes. So and then we wrap up for the hour. I just want to say, guys. Everyone in the chat, go and subscribe to these three amazing people over on their channels and get them to the targets. We're trying to push Ben to 500 so we can get monetized. And if don't forget to sub to me. That'd be lovely. I'm not begging you. There's no more begging. No.
That was a beg. That was a beg, Perchy.
As long as I have to promote everyone, and then I can promote a little bit of stuff. But I will say though, guys, come on, it's 47 on the likes. Let's smash those likes up to over 100. That would be absolutely incredible. That would be amazing. So we're looking okay. And I think when we were talking about transfers, we were talking about how we're going to play under Postecoglou. Another one was he does speak really well, Postecoglou, doesn't he? He had his first proper interview with the club. He just came across really well. What did anyone? Because I mean, I'm so obviously so far behind. I'm playing massive catch up on everything because obviously I was away. But does anyone else think just the way he comes across is I feel at ease listening to him speak. Anyone?
Repeat the question again. Repeat the question again.
No, I was just saying, don't you think that the way Postecoglou in his interview and stuff just comes across really well?
He's got an aura about him.
There's something about him that I feel very much what's the word? I want to run through a brick wall with him. Does that make sense? He brings that about really well, and I think
it's
genuinely have something really good here.
Outside Spurs show, because they've got an Ange Postecoglou figure on their show as well, in Angie Jr. So yeah, he's got an aura about him. He's got this sort of he's got this like belief in himself that even if you don't believe him, he believes in him. So he will fight his corner, and that's sort of he looks great, and I think he's going to be very decent. When you've got that much belief in yourself, confidence goes a long way, and I think confident people bring that sort of mentality.
And Joe, what else? He's confident, but he's not arrogant. That's the thing. You can't see, there's no arrogance in him. He's just so confident, but he hasn't got that arrogance that you think, oh, no, I'm not sure about you, you know? And that's what I love as well, because he hasn't got that arrogance in him. I think he comes across so well. And when he talks like you, Perch, I'm like, it gets me like, well, I'm like, yes, come on, we're going to do this.
Yeah. No,
but
I feel, but I always will stand by it when people go, oh, like, so you seem really excited about it. And I go, no, what's your ambition for this year? I said, no, whoa. As I said, the level this season, I don't care where we finish. As I always say, as long as we don't get relegated, I don't care. I just want to see this team built and progress together as a team.
I just want to see a team
because I've already seen people going, oh my God, these signings, we're going to get back in the Champions League. I was like, whoa, slow down. Because everyone else around us is also spending good money on very good players. Liverpool have already gone and signed 2 attacking midfielders that are brilliant attacking midfielders, by the way, in McAllister and Szoboszlai. So I said, I just want people before people start getting a bit over the top about it, just keep it here. Calmness. I just feel with Postecoglou, I just feel a sense of unity is starting to come back. And I'm seeing that a lot in the fan base. You're still seeing people that maybe not on the same path, but just, I think collectively, and Barry, I'd love to get your thoughts, because I genuinely get excited I'm getting excited what we're going to have this season.
Yeah, look, I think for me, look, if we you know, for those of you that know me and I play cricket and everything else, look, Australia have just gone and you know, in terms of what they've done over here in terms of elite sport. We're talking about elite sport here. Australia, where whatever they do, they like winning. They do it to the best of their abilities. They do it to win. They're not interested in niceties. They're not interested in necessarily doing it. And look, it's exciting. We've got people that, you know, it's sometimes it's not about the big name. We've seen what's happened with the big name, and I'm sure that, you know, Ange will be doing a similar press conference that he did, you know, at Celtic when they won the treble, saying no one believed in me, everyone thought this was a bit of a joke, and everything else, right? So look, Australia in elite sport, they're up there, right? So they've got that winning mentality every time, you know, whether it's cricket, you know, even what he's done with the football teams and everything, you know, whatever's happened, whatever sport Australia are in, they go in to win, and they also have that engagement, they have that togetherness. And yeah, I'm with you. It's you know, it is exciting. It is great to see that, you know, fans are starting to come together. And look, it's only pre-season, and it's only West Ham and a few others, right? But you know, if we have a decent enough pre-season, it's going to get everyone excited for that first game. And what a first game to be at home to, Man United at home. You know, obviously,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It's like it's set up. You know, it's set up perfectly. It's like all the stars are aligning, and it's just going to be exciting. And I just can't wait. But like you say, bit of patience, just be reserved, and let's just see where we are come January, and then let's see where we are come April, May.
Agreed.
You know?
I think you're absolutely bang on there, Barry. I think at the moment what we need, I think as a fan base, we just need to go, let's just take each game as it goes. Let's not start thinking, oh, we're going to go and win everything and we're going to win well, we can't, the treble. But do you know what I mean? I just think at the moment, we just, as a fan base, just need to go, do you know what, let's just take it one day. It might be hard before it gets any better.
Yeah.
Some of these players are going to have to learn this system. We might end up in the second half of it go and start winning games that we like in ways that we love watching this team, these Spurs teams play. I think we just have to be a little bit calmer. And I said, we might go and lose a cup. We might go and win games and start battering teams 4 or 5-0, but we might also lose 3 or 4-0 in games. I just think we have to take the rough with the green at the moment, and just to be a little bit
rough with the smooth, Perchy. Rough with the smooth, not rough with the smooth.
Sorry, I thought I thought it was a golfing term. Sorry,
rough with the green.
I thought it was a golf term. Apologies, but you get my point. You knew what I meant.
We knew, Perchy. We knew.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do well. We're gonna do well as long as we go long term with it. I think under Postecoglou. I think if we go long term, I think I could see something happening. Yeah, I think the next key one is actually getting Van der Ven over the line, and I think it's understanding the Harry Kane situation. I think we need to know categorically, and it looks like that's happening this week. But we will know what is happening. Are you staying, Harry, or are you going? And I think it has to be. We have to be in a situation where it has to be like that. It's not about any middle ground. It's either you're signing a new deal with us or you're going. Yeah. And I think we have to be very serious with it and go, do you know what? Yes, the best player at this football club by a mile, by the way. Yeah. But we have to be on the nose with it and not.
Joe, I've said this though for a while, Perch. I feel like what we need to do is Ange needs to talk to him. We need to put a contract in front of him and say, listen, you've got 5 days. Then you need to decide what you're doing. If you're not going to sign it, we will sell you. We need to give him a amount of days to discuss it with his family and then say, right, you've got to make your decision now, Harry Kane. This is your opportunity. You need to tell us exactly what you're thinking. Go and think about it and come back to us. And if you don't come back to us by that date, we'll just sell you then, because obviously you're not decisive enough.
Agreed. No, I do. I agree, because that's what proper football clubs operate like. Football clubs will not let football players hold them for ransom in the sense of, well, I'm Harry Kane, I'll do what I want. No. Sorry, it's Tottenham Hotspur. We're going down a road and go, boom. Either that, I think it's, I can't remember. I think someone mentioned maybe Savra earlier when I was listening to his channel and listening to his thing. He said, I think this is like this is like a game of chicken in a sense of on what Bayern Munich do. Are we just waiting it out? And also the silence from Harry Kane's end tells me that he does want to go, or he's not necessarily wants to, but he's happy to go, but he doesn't want to be the one that comes out and says it just yet. Because silence is key here. So his silence speaks more words than him saying anything. Because I think, Ben, you made a great point about it.
Yeah.
Heung-min Son, the second rumours came out, no, I'm staying at Tottenham. I'm not going anywhere.
And that's why I'd make him captain as well. That's why I'd make him captain.
I personally wouldn't. I remember the debate on that. That was a great debate, by the way. That's something I personally wouldn't.
But unfortunately, Perch, you're all wrong. So,
do you know what? The thing is, I've heard this nonsense, Perch, that people were saying, even if Kane doesn't sign, he should be the captain if we don't get rid of him. And I'm like, no, you can't make somebody who's not loyal enough to the club to sign or doesn't want to be here a club captain. That's madness, in my opinion. Absolute madness.
Got to be the most committed man on the deck.
Exactly. You've got to be committed to the cause. And if you're not going to sign a contract, you're only going to be here for a year. Possibly in January, he could talk to clubs abroad. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like, we can't be doing that, man. Like, I don't understand when people say this. And if people think I've got an agenda again against Harry Kane, but I haven't. I think I've said this all along. I don't care. Whatever player you are, nobody's bigger than the club. No player is bigger than the club.
I actually agree with the sentiment. I love Harry Kane, but I also love Tottenham a lot more, and I'll be supporting Tottenham when Harry Kane's gone. I'll be supporting when the next superstar we sign or we bring through our academy has been and gone. I'll still be supporting this football team. So I think that is genuinely true, and that's I think how it is. I just think we just need the clarity. I think Postecoglou will want Harry Kane in his team. Why wouldn't you? He's Harry Kane, by the way. Why wouldn't you? He scored 30 league goals, over 41 goals in the whole competition as a Tottenham last season. I just think we're moving somewhere now. And listen, I just want it all to be cleared up. I don't want us to be getting to the 1st of September. I don't want us getting to the first game of the season, let alone the 1st of September, where we don't know what's happening. it needs to be dealt with, done, and we've got the replacement in. Or
every single person on that ship needs to be committed to the mast.
Agreed. Absolutely bang on.
You cannot have anyone that's not committed to the ship.
And Joe, what else, right? There are people saying, oh, but he won't move his family. He's already agreed to the terms. People like Fabrizio Romano have come out and said he's agreed to the terms and he would go to Bayern Munich. People would think he won't move his family. This is such it's, you know, like, honestly.
It doesn't have to move his, I mean.
Well, it doesn't, I suppose.
Bad, what's it called? But Conte lived in the UK for almost 2 years and his family still lived in Italy. So
Jose Mourinho.
It's not like Germany's a long. How long's the flight to Germany? 2 hours? And he's probably have to find a plane. It's not really that far.
But Ben, let's be honest. Jose Mourinho lived in a hotel when managing Man United. He still had his house in Chelsea. He was living in a hotel room for what? How long was there? 2 years.
Yeah.
So I just think at the moment, I think people just need to calm it. Listen, Kane, as Stuart said, good point. Kane is still on his holidays. He doesn't have to announce anything. Neither of the club, but we doesn't have to necessarily come out and say anything. It doesn't have to be him directly saying it, but his people need to start putting in motions to say, we want to stay long term, or however long you want with a new contract, or I'm not signing a new deal. It's then for the club to then basically accept a deal, because then that then falls on the club. This is where I think some people miss it. If Kane comes out now and says, I'm not signing a new contract, and then we don't sell him, that's not on Harry Kane, that's on the club. Yeah. Because if the club then don't sell him, then it's on the club. That's my point when realistically he needs to make his position heard. Because as I said, because then if we then don't accept 80 million euros, 90 million euros, that's then on us for not committing to it. And then we have to know what the price is for a player that is going to go on a free in 12 months' time. So I think that's realistically where we're going to get out with it. But listen, the Kane saga is going to keep going. But listen, for me, I think it's not. I'm not worried about it. If he stays or if he goes, if he stays, I'll be happy. If he goes, I'll go. Do you know what? It's the new era. The new era of Tottenham is now, and we're starting to get there. Guys, we're going to finish in a couple of minutes, guys. I want to get your final thoughts. Are we signing Van der Ven before the start of the first game? Is he on the plane? Is he going to be on the plane? I'm going to already assume
he's in London. I've heard he's in London.
Well, Solomon is.
He's in London.
I don't think Van der Ven is.
Van der Ven's in London.
Oh, he is. Okay.
He's in London.
I can give you that bit of information. He was seen yesterday being collected from Stansted Airport.
Okay.
Well, he had to go to bloody Stansted. That's a horrible airport. He had to drive Loud of all places.
Yeah, but it's not though, because they use it for the private jets in Stansted. Yeah. The private jets, so they don't go through the terminal. They go through the private jet stuff. So normally that's why they fly into Stansted, and because it's a smaller airport.
You'll have to go to Stansted though, and it's a dump of an airport.
It's not. It's the greatest. I mean, I'll be honest. After my episodes with flying yesterday, I've been to some absolute mad airports. I end up connecting.
Give me Stansted over Gatwick, though, Perch. Give me Stansted over Gatwick any day of the week.
Yeah, I don't mind Gatwick. Gatwick's all right. I mean, I can't believe we're going to finish this up on airport chinwags.
Are we going to talk about that? Should do a rating out of 10 for each of the airports? Shall I mean?
No, okay. So that Mia, we will do that, but it will be on the charity stream, which is the last thing I wanted to finish up on. See, that was. Barry liked that one. He no, it's not a beg. I just want on my page on my channel now. I've put on the sort of the pinned one on there. All the talk about what I'm going to do on the charity stream. I'm going to start getting people in. If people want to get involved as well, guys, go and message me on my Instagram page. Just pop us a message saying you want to get involved, you want to be involved in it, and I will add you into a group chat. My plan is the group chat will get started this week. Massive WhatsApp group with a load of all creators to get people involved.
Another WhatsApp group.
Yeah. Oh, another WhatsApp group. Yeah, I know.
Are you gonna leave it as well? Are you gonna just like
I won't
after a while?
leave it. I won't leave the charity stream one. Hint, Sava after leaving is literally the second after it finished. But now, joking. Listen,
I've dropped the link for the video in the chat as well, so you can go.
Yeah, put the link in. Go and check it out. It's only 5 minutes long, so just go check it out, guys. And as I said, guys, also any super chats that come in, and all the ad revenue and stuff, every single penny of that is being raised in the month of July. Well, since I monetized on the 1st of July, so every penny that any penny that I get, every single penny of that goes straight to charity for the month of July. And obviously, but I get it if people don't want to send super chats in, but I will put the Just Giving page up at some point today, if not tomorrow morning. And then the chat, and then I'll be pinning the Just Giving page on every stream I do up until the charity stream as well, and I'll keep it going all the way for the month of July. And we want to try and raise as much money, guys. And that's the thing. The target's $3,000. If we can get there, that would be absolutely incredible. Guys, thank you very much. We're back. We'll be back again tomorrow, guys. Same time, same place. Thank you for everyone that's been in the chat. Much love. And also, guys, if you've got any ideas for the charity stream, pop them in the comments to the video. As I wanted to mention that earlier, because I want to try and get as many things involved. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow. Ciao.